Jackie is indeed correct.
Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome to TFT.
Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with Coffee Man.
Mr. O.
And me, Banshee, his sidekick.
Does that mean you get the next fill-up?
Maybe.
No, I know it's not the way it works around
Unfortunately,
here.
Shadow just left. Shadow's been on the table the whole time while we were setting up. I thought she was going to stay, but I think she realizes Sunny's in the kitchen and will be here to take over shortly.
Hello to everybody. Thank you for all the warm greetings. It's wonderful to be here.
Cheer out for
It's
Sunny
wonderful to
there.
have coffee. The sun is just streaming in the back window.
Yes, we're just showing off the snow behind us.
It's kind of giving us a sun-washed look, you know.
Oh,
like
Mr.
a little bit.
Oh, you look like you've got a heavenly glow surrounding you.
Who would know the truth?
Me.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Thank goodness you understand me.
And you know what I just realized, Mr. O? I forgot something.
Good morning, Violet. Thank you for being here.
Something important.
We think officially, if not unofficially, Violet is part of the TFT team. Yay!
There's not a lot of rewards for that.
Right. And you may have to wrestle Sunny once in a while, but you probably could like that.
Mr. O, I had to leave the area.
Your field of importance.
There's something missing here.
Do I need to help you?
I don't know. Why can't I find it? I use it all the time.
Do I put on one of those technical difficulty signs we have?
No, I don't know if it's going to help. I'm going to take just one more. Oh, here. It's staring at me right in the face. Oh, my God. All right. This was sad. But the good tarot was missing, which I used to open the show with a collective card. So I wanted to make sure I got that. Who do we have coming in there?
Well, that wasn't...
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Good morning.
Aw. Nice to see you. Happy sunshine.
Welcome
see
to
you, Lisa.
Happy Hour, which is our single card message from Spirit. Never a bad message at our happy hour. All right.
So excited. All
Well,
right, so let's
see
get the
here.
show rolling.
Let's get the show rolling. We're going to start with a message for the collective from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed.
For our tarot tribe.
Yes. And hopefully she won't let us down, but her Good Tarot is nothing but good messages. So I usually just read what she has to say, and then we get on to the messages from Spirit.
You know, on Thursday night,
Shuffle
a
and
very old friend of ours showed up on the show, and now Lisa, who is a friend of many years, has shown up. I'm so happy to see you here.
Hi,
Thank
Rita.
you.
I see that you are here. Good.
And
Good
the people
morning.
just keep dropping in. Hi, Rita.
Now, Rita, and anybody who is new here, I just want to remind everybody that this show is our happy hour show where we do a single card message from Spirit, positive, life-affirming message. We will be on tomorrow and Thursday tomorrow will be from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our live show where we do 3-card general readings for everybody there. Plus a little Lenormand extra cards to throw into the mix.
And you know what? I think we're about to be visited by Sunny.
Oh, gosh. Well, let me make room now. Thanks, Mr. O.
Well, it's hard to stop him.
Oh, did you cut them?
No, I didn't, but I'm going to do that right
Let's
now.
do that right now.
Alrighty.
Okay, the card for the collective today is the Queen.
We too, Lisa. We too.
We start with a biggie, the Queen of Fire. So
And there's
that's
the
just
Sun
a
Man.
message for the collective, and I like to highlight oracle cards or other decks.
And Lisa, it's interesting that you said sunshine because we have our own sunshine, our cat Sunny,
The
Mr.
TFT official.
the Sun Man. who often drops in on our show, knocks over cameras and other things. But he's adorable.
We call him our unofficial therapy cat.
And everybody loves him.
All right. So the Queen of Fire is about creative collaborations and soul connections, passion inspired by spirit, artistry. I am capable of strong friendships that inspire me and encourage me to express myself in my own way. I co-create with others, dedicated to a vision of achieving the highest good of all. How might I join in the dance of co-creation, letting spirit flow through me and inspire me to express my passions? The Queen of Fire is such an energetic, enthusiastic force. She's just so magnetic. She attracts people to her.
You know, all of the queens really stand on their own in various ways as dynamic. But the Queen of Fire really kind of sits just a little bit above the other queens. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire. It's really all about that Thedo charisma. You know, I love the Queen of Wands. In a lot of the decks, she's got the little black cat sitting near her throne, signifying the fact that, you know, she is, you know, witchy and stuff. I mean, she's just got this thing about her. I mean, she is like the force of charm.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Make no mistake about it. I mean, she's very charming and magnanimous, but you don't want to mess with the Queen of Fire, let's you say.
Nope. All right.
All right. So let's roll with the show, and we've got our beautiful Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. There's one of the cards in this deck, the Seven of Wands. So we have made it our semi-official deck we like to use for happy hour.
Okay, so a cell is up.
Yes, we're on a cell first. All right. Absolutely can have a message, Rita. Everybody can get a message.
By the way, last night we released our monthly modality for Pisces. That's on our YouTube channel. It's a new format, so check that out. We think it's a little bit more concise and serviceable, the monthly modality message.
Yes, and thanks to everybody who has viewed it already. We're up to 20 views on that, I think.
And everyone knows astrological elemental associations. These are the modality associations, of which there are 3. And there's a grouping of 4 signs, one of each element in each of the modalities. Yeah, it's like math. We make it fun.
Well, and the other thing about it, each modality has its, I don't know how you'd say it, we called it its superpower, in that, you know, they approach things differently. You know, we know that the cardinal signs are the initiators, the people who start things, who have a lot of will and drive and motivation and ambition. The fixed signs are the stable ones, supposedly. He's a fixed sign, so that's why I say that in the zodiac.
I'll fix you all. I'll fix you all. With loving care. And
then there's our friends, the mutables, who are very flexible and adaptable and chameleon-like.
And the beauty of our list, Rita, or the thing that we do is that we really do schmooze a lot. So we're sorry, but sometimes we get a little involved with our readings.
Hey, Acel, we've got justice for you today. You know, it's funny how this card comes up quite a bit in happy hour, but of course we've done a lot of happy hours now, but I do think it comes up a lot here. And, you know, justice, of course, is about fairness, and, you know, Spirit is saying right now, you know, that you deserve to be treated, you know, with equity and fairness. And also the Spirit is saying seek out balance in your life right now. You know, there's a part of us that may be in the shadows. There's a part of us sometimes that needs a little bit of healing and support, but in this picture here you can see there is a bit of balance going on here. And so remember that, you know, it's this is also a part of you. you. And you need to honor all of you, is what Spirit is saying.
Spirit, the message from Divine says there are always two sides to justice. And of course, we could get silly and say, that, you know, the wrong side and my side or something like that. But I want you to, again, pay attention to the fact that the two faces are kind of different. They look like they could be from different nationalities or ethnicities. One is looking down with eyes closed, or it seems to be that way. The other seems to have eyes open in a sense of awareness. And I think Spirit is saying, really consider the underpinnings of things, but always go towards fairness and always go towards what really is the appropriate decision.
That's what we have for you, Asel. Hey, that sounds like a great message all around. So, Angel Mary is up. Why don't you shuffle first, Mr.
Hi, Angel Mary. And yes, love to India as well, Rita. You know, we looked at our statistics, and it looks like somewhere between 10 and 20% of our audience does, in fact, come from India or pretty close to that area. So we love that. We realize that, of course, some of you folks are staying up very late or getting up very early to see us. Thanks. We appreciate that. And, of course, everybody hit the like button, share it, leave us comments. We love the feedback, and it helps us grow. Okay, Angel Mary, your turn. I'm going to shuffle. Happy hour is partially for schmoozing. That's right, Violet.
Really, all our shows are. I can't think of a single one, other than videos, of course, where we just schmooze amongst ourselves. All right.
Well, I think we try to be more concise with those because we know that we're moving through, you know,
right,
the various things there. Okay, Angel Mary. You have the King of Swords.
Oh.
It's a dynamic card. I think Spirit is saying now is the time for you to take charge of things, especially if it's concerning a decision or an important decision, or if it's concerning a judgment you have to make about other people or other things. You may have the weight of, you know, deciding factors to help other people, but this is saying, Spirit is saying, really, you have the best strength possible. You have the best sense of knowledge that you need to have for this, whatever it is.
Well, you know, as we've said before with the Lightseers Tarot, there's always something different, you know, we get out of the imagery in these cards. And I feel here, you know, that maybe this is not so much about treating others fairly or, you know, maybe even treating yourself fairly per se, or making decisions, you know, about others or about circumstances, a specific circumstance. This person has got a real vantage point here. You know, this king, he's looking out above, you know, it looks like he's standing tall and he's got a higher perspective on things. And I feel like maybe Spirit is saying right now, Angel Mary, that this is a time to, you know, take a bigger picture look at your life right now and where things are. And also to honor how far you've come, how many mountains you have climbed.
Well, my other last thoughts would be to say that we notice that several animals that fly are around him, and maybe that's also adding to the idea of vantage point. But crows and owls are particularly deemed to be intelligent, wise animals. The bat, I believe that would be a bat over there, could be said to be transformative aspects in terms of totem. Perhaps, I'm not totally sure about that. But
the owl is wisdom. The bats maybe some sort of transformation. The crows are about, you know, I feel like messages from Spirit.
That's true too. You know, maybe this is Odin sitting there with one of his crows or ravens behind him. So I think it's really saying that Spirit is saying, you know, trust in yourself to make the right decision. If you feel there are any doubts or any problems, it seems like Spirit is with you and will help you.
And you have the ability to see the bigger picture at this time. So good luck with that, Angel.
Good luck,
Mary.
Angel.
And we're on Jackie. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
All right.
Thanks for watching Modality. I hope you liked it. You said you did. Thank you.
Well, it'll only get better as we do it more. I mean,
right,
that was our maiden voyage with the new format, so we figured it'd be a little buggy. We had, I created a nice little...
checklist.
Yeah, checklist and reading for it that I put on paper for Mr. O to refer to, too. Sometimes, we gotta, we have to get used to the questions, the new format, so...
And that was probably what it was with the old format, was it was too varied between each of the modalities, so there was a lot of moving parts there, and we needed to kind of bring it into a more concise frame.
Well, there was a reason we did what we did, but it is a little bit complicated, and, intuitively, we had to switch gears a lot because of the way the readings were all different for each of the modalities. Keeping a consistent reading really does help us focus more. So I think it'll work better in the long haul.
Appreciate your comments.
All right. Did you shuffle yet? Shuffle?
No, I gave two first. All right.
So we had a lot of wind last night, but thankfully it wasn't enough to knock out power here. So we're able to do the show. But boy, was it windy. It really was. You could hear the wind howling outside. All right.
Okay, Jackie.
Whoa, Jackie. Well, you have the devil. So speaking of, the shadow elements of self, Spirit is saying, every so often we should not feel guilty about, cutting a little slack to some of our obsessions, live a little, but, don't let them overwhelm your life, Spirit says. Spirit says, of course, we have passions. We're very passionate about certain things, which can lead to an obsession, Maybe you want to have a little cocktail once in a while. Maybe you want to gamble once in a while. Just don't let them overwhelm your life. And Spirit says it is okay to indulge in the pleasures of life.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
Look
at, he's saying come.
Right. I think Spirit is saying that this is a time it wants you really to focus on material matters in your life more than spiritual matters or more than other matters. So that's still a pretty big, script here for things you could do. I mean, you could just decide to, indulge in some consumer habits or indulge in some viceful habits or indulge in any number of other things. But it could also be saying, too, that grounding yourself in the material at this time may give you a perspective that Spirit wants you to understand as well. It may be about material things and really where you totally associate your values, your thankfulness, or your appreciation for how those really work in your life.
So, this devil, compared to some we see in the tarot, this devil seems a lot more friendly. Yes, he's got this wild hair, and I think what that's indicating is just let yourself go once in a while. Sometimes we need to do that.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
And that's what I have for you.
Like that old American song by, I can't think of his name. Take a Walk on the Wild Side. Lou Reed.
Oh, Lou Reed. Yeah, hello.
Take a Walk on the Wild Side.
All right. Good luck, Jackie. That's what we have for that.
Yeah, he is kind
He's
of...
hubba.
He is
kind
of
in a way.
looking,
Yeah. Hey, Deepak, you are up. All right. You shuffle first, I believe.
I think I do. Oh, okay. I'm glad it makes sense.
All right. Awesome. Taking that walk. You go, girl. And our therapy cat has left the room. He figures, hey, this is happy hour. I'm not needed here today. I think he'll be back, though. He always sneaks back. You know why maybe he left? Because Kara's not here.
That could be. Kara's not here? I didn't notice. You're right. Mm-hmm. Well, I think he likes Jackie, too, though.
Yeah,
so.
well, he likes everybody.
He likes everybody. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
No. Don't start singing, Mr. O.
Oh, is that what you call it? That's very kind of you.
Well, I'm glad you think so. All right.
Okay. Here is the happy message for Deepak, our very entertaining friend. And oh, look at that!
Oh, Deepak,
you
seem like such a positive, optimistic person when you're here. And look at that. You have the sun. You are right now, Spirit is saying, your light is radiating out and making others feel the joy and happiness that you yourself are experiencing.
I think Spirit is saying, too, that there's maybe a sense of watching out for, some enlightenment or something really bright, epiphany-like happening. Maybe, of course, somewhere in there is a sense of either knowledge coming or happiness about people's relationships or children. The sun really can be a mixed bag at times, so I think the divine is saying good, happy things are happening in your life or in others' lives that also reflect back towards you.
Well, and let's look at here. We have the obvious that the sun is radiating its joy on everyone, and its life-giving essence, and the vitality. When you're out in the sun, you feel it. You feel that warm energy. And here, Deepak, it's showing there's a strand that's coming right to you. And so I feel like right now Spirit is saying this can be a very successful time for you right now. Soak in and accept that. Accept those positive vibes. Hey, Captain of a Starship. You came back. I'm glad to see you here. Would you like a reading today? I guess not. And I didn't read all of that, Violet Lotus, but thank you.
I took him out, or Violet helped.
Oh, yeah.
His first message was about, somebody seeking out mediums or something like, there's a lot of, it's happy hour, so we're not even going to go there.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. Moving on.
Hi, Libra. Thanks for joining us.
Libra, good to see you this morning.
Yeah, it is kind of pretty much the most positive card in the deck in certain respects. I mean, because like I said, it's a mixed bag. It covers so many things.
This also means, Deepak, if you have felt a little bit under the weather, a little bit ill, your vitality and your strength is going to return. So it's just an awesome card all around. Yeah, the sun. I would say it is one of the happiest cards in the deck.
I knew you would catch him if I didn't.
Yep.
So I appreciate that.
Well, we're not selling our words, Deepak, but today anyway. So
and that's why there's a 100% money back guarantee.
So that's what we have for you, Deepak. Hey,
hi, Libra.
Merwin. You are up, I believe.
Is it Merwin?
I think so. Yes.
There's so many great pop songs
Deep
with
Shaika.
happy, Come On, Get Happy, by the Partridge Family, or the Happy Song.
Don't worry, be happy.
Well, that one too, but I'm thinking of the one, I can't think of the person's name.
I can't
It's kind of peppy one.
Yes,
Get Happy or Be
yes,
Happy.
Be happy. Yeah, for some reason the name's escaping me, and that was one of my favorite songs for a long time.
Pharaoh, right?
Pharaoh, yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
I think that's it. All right.
So, Lisa, if you stick around...
Is it mine or yours?
I think I have to do it. I'm going to share a little story that I remember about you. Don't worry, it's really about us. But you were there, so that could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
Well, you ought to remember.
Depends what you're sharing, Mr. O.
So sad. Pharaoh, right. Yeah, I love that song. I mean, I'm not really big on pop music, but I like that song. I like Don't Worry, Be Happy. I like Partridge Family, Come On, Get Happy.
Well, we got another major arcana here. Okay, Merwin, hey.
Merwin.
It's Judgment. Speaking of transformation, there is that, and I feel here that Spirit is calling, you to, for a real, this is a time of undergoing a real spiritual transformation and renewal right now.
The Judgment card, Spirit says really, this is like Epiphany. I just said that word a few moments ago. This is Epiphany stuff. And I'm looking at the image here. It almost looks like it's an astral projection.
It does.
But of course, with the person and then rising up. But of course, in most cards, the idea is that maybe the allegory is about Judgment Day, people rising up to heaven. In this sense, it's really rising up to your higher power. The divine is saying you are moving towards your higher power. You're moving into your crown chakra. You're moving out of your body, because Spirit is saying this is a time for you to really notice the totality of your life, and especially maybe how it interfaces with other lives. This is really a super strong moment for you, I think.
I think so too, and I think that this is just truly I think it's highlighting your ability to connect with the other realms and with Spirit when you can. I mean, there is a lot of you rising above the everyday, the ordinary, into the other realms.
It may very well be that Spirit is saying, get in the car, we're moving. I'm not going to say the loser thing, but hop in, we're going places. I sort of feel like maybe something momentous is about to happen for you, even if it's just your own spiritual understanding of something.
Spiritual reawakening of some sort. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot.
Hi,
Good
Mama
luck with
T.
that, Merwin.
So I hope you like that, Merwin. Have a great, happy weekend.
Wow, we are really filling out here, so let's roll, Mr. O. I think you shuffle first this time. And we are on Sonelli, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
All right, cool. Yes, I bet we all do.
Hey, Lena, good to see you. And Mama T, of course, will do yours at the end. I'll move. You'll be well, right now you'll be before Lena, but I don't know who else is, or after Lena, but I don't know who else is going to show.
Violet.
We will do Mama
Second
T
to last.
before Violet. Yeah, so you'll know
last.
that. Well, our readings are usually last.
Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe we have to take one for the team.
We'll see. Well, we just, we had this reminder. I mean, we've had such a rough week, Mr. O's mom's funeral. We almost forgot it's our granddaughter's birthday
today.
So happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, little one.
Woo-hoo.
She's sweet 16.
She's not that little anymore.
I know, she's sweet 16.
And she's dating now.
Oh! Although the funeral was, what it was, I got to meet 3 grand-nephews and niece that I'd never met before. They're one of my niece's children. I'd never met them before. And they were wonderful. They were just so wonderful. They ranged in age from maybe around 12 or 13 to 20-ish. 3 of them. A niece and 2 nephews. Oh, I love them so much.
You are welcome, Merwin. By the way, I didn't say that.
They do grow up so fast.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, this is Sonali, right?
Yes.
All right, Sonali. Oh, you get a good card. Look at that. Well, everybody gets a good card, Sonali. But this is the Ace of Swords. I like this card. I think Spirit is saying it's time for you to take a step. The step may look like it could be up or down, but it's really perspective. It's really about embracing the light that's coming to you. There is light coming to you. This is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is maybe just Spirit saying, I'm showing you a direction by the light, and I want you to move that way, no matter what is actually entailed in that.
Yeah, this is a really beautiful rendition of the Ace of Swords. There's none of that feeling of, that sharp edged sword that's being held out. This is really about, this is saying taking steps towards enlightenment of, either the metaphysical or spiritual sense, or enlightenment of the logical, intellectual sense. There is knowledge coming and going from you. And also, Spirit is saying with the knowledge that you have gained, a great victory awaits you. The Ace of Swords is also about victory and steps forward. It's like Mr. O said, you are moving up, or you should be. Spirit says this time is coming of a great victory for you.
And thanks for the happy birthdays for our granddaughter.
Yeah.
She means so much to us, so really appreciate that. Thank you. And that's pretty much what we have, I think.
Yeah, it's just a nice all-around card. It's also, it's also really because aces are about beginnings, so this might be the beginning of a new path, either intellectually, spiritually, or, maybe moving up the ladder career-wise. So right. Good luck with that, Sonali.
And so that means that Lisa's up, and now's the time for my story.
Oh, no.
Lisa is an old friend of ours, and we've recently reconnected, so that's wonderful. And Lisa had her own special role to play in kind of getting us to work a little bit more with public reading. We are doing things mostly just through parties and some very minor specific events. But way back, somewhere in, well, I don't want to date us, but it was a while ago, Lisa asked us if we would read cards at a little street fair and make a donation to a particular charity that was going on that was important at that time. And I don't know if Lisa remembers that, but Scorpionic brain with Capricorn, focus, etc. I remember it. And I always think of that as one of those key events where we started to put our act on the road. So thank you, Lisa, for that.
Well, we did read separately back then.
We did read separately. We just
read as partner team.
But it was shake and bake, and you helped. You remember. Good. Over there on 4th Street. All right, Lisa, so let's get a happy card for you then. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Did I shuffle? I did, I guess. Didn't I?
Yeah, I gave it to you first and you gave it to me.
Okay. It's a repeat card, which happens.
So, Lisa, you get the King of Swords, just like somebody else did earlier. And the King of Swords is really saying Spirit is giving you the strength and the other tools of wisdom or balance to make an important decision at this time, or to be guided towards helping others with their decisions.
Right. In a way, I'm not going to call him a stern father figure, but he is kind of like a... he's fair-minded, and he just wants everybody to understand, to gain knowledge from him. And so I feel here he's a real knowledge bringer, but also he is one that is not satisfied, with what he's reading in books. He's not satisfied with what he's learning from others. He really wants to take a more broader perspective and take time to go inward as well and bring knowledge, that is more from a broader perspective of thought. He doesn't want any one path to guide him. He wants to take the knowledge that's accrued from all paths.
There's to me, especially in this depiction of the King of Swords, a strong sense of calmness or serenity too. Like really, there's no pressure at all, that even if there is some sort of obligation to be in charge or to try to direct traffic of some sort, it's done with a real sense of calmness, not like entitlement, like you feel like this is the decision you were born for, more like just really, you are here to do your best however this is playing out.
The king is all about important decisions in regular readings, and so I won't rule out the fact here that Spirit is saying right now, any decisions that you have been, that you have to make, you will no doubt make the one that's best for everybody involved. And not to forget that you yourself are one of the most important people involved. Don't sell yourself out here too, and that king never would, frankly.
So that's what we have for you, Lisa. Thanks for coming to the show.
Yes, good luck with that. And thanks. Join us again. I will say, our Sunday show is very, very crowded, just for everybody here who might be new. Thursday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time is a little slower. So if you're around on Thursday nights, you're definitely assured of getting a pretty comprehensive reading.
In addition to that, we have some pre-recorded shows, the Emotional Exchanges, which is completely focused on your love life or your friendships and relationships. Oh, Lisa, you're very welcome.
You shuffle first this time.
Sunday mornings is Banshee's Material Matters, which is sort of the corollary and delivers kind of the information about your business, education, finance.
Money.
Pretty much. So yes, thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you made it here today. And now we are on... Who?
Oh, we are on Rita, I believe. Yes, Rita.
Okay, Rita. I'm glad you waited. Thank you for sending love from India. And of course, we return that love to India very much.
Right, thank you.
Thank you for coming, Rita. So I hope everybody has subscribed or at least liked. We appreciate any feedback on our comments. It helps us. It helps us grow. Okay, Rita, this one's for you. And once again, thank you for waiting. You have the Eight of Pentacles.
Wow. The Spirit is honoring the work you are doing in some area of your life, whether it's on personal development, whether it's about career or education, or even in your relations with others. Spirit is honoring what you do, and Spirit is giving you the green light to keep moving in a positive direction.
I think Spirit is also saying that this is a time where you will be learning a lot, and that a lot of what comes to you will present as a happy challenge, as something you are eager to want to master or begin applying yourself to. And it goes along with everything else. Excuse me, I'm burping a little bit on the coffee. I'm sorry about that.
Too much coffee.
I want more, actually. It's almost empty. But okay. Yes, so this is a really good card, Rita. I think it's saying really that although challenges are coming to you, these are things that Spirit really wants you to find a way to tackle. They're part of your development plan with Spirit. Spirit is giving you challenges that will develop you. Maybe it will develop you in material ways for the world, giving you job skills or giving you other skills you need to manage or work with people, your family. But it could also be things, too, that are more about, your own spiritual awakenings or what you need to find out. in those kind of matters.
And Spirit is also saying, hey, isn't it true? The work is never done. Work is never done on the self or in other areas of your life. But it doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to cause pain. And this shows somebody here who is very, very happy, involved in what they do.
Doesn't it look like they have a cup of coffee?
No, actually, what it is a candle.
I think it's a cup of coffee.
No, you just want coffee. Take a look closely. It's a candle. And so it might be heating up coffee, but she is holding a candle, which also means, you get enlightened through what you do, and whatever you're working on in life, you are getting enlightenment at the same time.
Couldn't it be spirit coffee?
Anyway. So that's what we have for you. I hope you enjoyed that, Rita, and do come back and see us. Come to our live streams and get a 3-card reading from us.
Yeah, come back tomorrow if you can.
Or or Thursday.
And we do answer more specific questions for you. Okay, so who's up?
Libra is up.
Hi, Libra.
Hey, Libra cusp.
Here's a card for you. All right. You're very welcome.
All right. Go, Mr. O, shuffle.
Sure.
And cut. You are welcome, Rita. Anytime. Well, when we're live.
I'm sounding a little abstracted.
Yeah. Focus, focus, focus.
Okay, Libra.
All right, Libra. Ooh. It's strength.
Beauty and the Beast.
It's such a beautiful card.
It is.
And there's nothing here that shows any kind of power over, any kind of force, using force to get your way. Spirit is saying strength is about that quiet power within you. You know that you feel empowered on the inside, and therefore you don't have to push your agenda or use any kind of force on the outside.
I think the divine is saying that everything really is in a very good place for you, or you are moving to that very good place. A lot of this really is you figuring out how to really accept things that are happening and kind of process them at a higher function. Like maybe Strength card is giving you the mental, physical, spiritual capacity to just understand at a deeper level and know how to apply yourself. Strength often talks about how we're applying ourselves to goals or problems or things. And Spirit is saying you've kind of made it. It's that figure 8 there on the arm. Is that what you were pointing at?
I was pointing at that for you.
Yeah, let's see if I can get it there. That really you've kind of reached an equilibrium where Spirit wants you to continue focusing and moving towards that equilibrium.
And again, we have the gentleness factor here in the Lamb. We have the fact that, there's that side of us that is wild and untamed, but it's balanced. It's balanced by the other side. So it's knowing when, Spirit is saying you really do, you are coming into your own here, and you really have more a handle on when you need to apply force and when you do not. And Also, if you have been feeling, again, this is another card of vitality. And so if you have been feeling ill or you've been going through something, it does show that strength is returning once more. Hey, and that's what we have for you, Libra. Awesome card. I always like the strength card in the tarot. I mean, it's not up there as like my number 1, number 2 card, but I've always gravitated to this card. I like it. All right. Did you? I shuffled first. Yeah, so I can shuffle first this time. And we are on Deep Shaika.
Hi, Deep Shaika.
Yeah, I agree. And of course, the carnelian is about courage. I used to take carnelian to job interviews with me because it's also about, strong, communication. And so I used to carry that because of, I was very, very, I've always been really great at interviews, but I never felt comfortable. So I always took it with me to try to balance my stress levels during, and to make sure that I spoke my truth and that I spoke clearly and without that nervousness. Oopsie. All right, that wanted to stay there. So I will leave it. Deep Shaika. Ooh.
The Queen of Wands.
Look, we got the Queen of Wands, which was our card in the beginning, the Queen of Fire.
Right.
Well, Deep Shaika, this is a time of, attracting, this is a, she's like the Queen of Wands is on fire. And she's like a magnet for positive energy, attracting people around you who can be very supportive and really appreciate you for who you are. Whether this is, somebody, people who are interested in a relationship with you, or if you're trying to, get the support of people who maybe you're interviewing, like a job interview. You want to get them to like you and appreciate your talents and abilities. She attracts things like a magnet. So Spirit is saying that could be you. That is you right now. You have some very magnetic qualities. You can attract success right now into your life. Use those powers to bring what you desire towards you.
Thanks for covering.
Hey, no problem.
But there's something that's even more so than the other cards, perhaps, Avatar-like about the Queen of Wands. Mm-hmm. And, in our culture, or maybe other cultures, there are people that they often call firebrands or movers and shakers. And they're people that just have an energy, or they can seize an energy of a moment. And Avatar, I think, fits exactly in this context, because we're talking about what Spirit is saying, and Spirit is saying, you should really trust in your deepest sense of being an evolved spiritual person. Even if you don't always feel that way, you really are. Spirit is saying, give credit to the fact of that.
Look at that card. She is the fire bringer. All of these candles are there because of her. Because she has lit their way. They're there and they have light in their lives because of her. So think about that. Who in your life, can you bring some light to right now, That's another aspect I feel about this card.
When we talk about almost anything from remote times to more modern times, lighting a candle is always about the beginning of something, starting something. And I think Spirit is saying, you have lit many candles, or you are wearing the legacy of the many candles that have been lit to bring you to this moment. That's
what we have for you, Deep Shaika. Good luck with that. Woo! I don't know why I'm saying good luck with that. You don't need any luck with that. That is very cool. All right, so we are now on Lena.
And I think you're there first this time.
Oh, okay. That's right. You are correct.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming today, too. All right, Lena. Here is your positive message for the day.
All right, Mr. O, shuffle. Oh, something's in my eye. There. Well, probably my hair. One of these days, I'll get a haircut. Our COVID numbers are way down. They're almost where I'd like to see them. They're getting to... I'm hoping the next time we get a report, maybe it'll be under 1,000 a day, which would be really, really helpful. So I am thinking I will probably visit the hairdresser in the next week or two. All right. Get a haircut. Ah, Lena, look at that. You've got another ace. We've had the Ace of Swords earlier. This is the Ace of Pentacles. How does your garden grow, Lena? That's like a seed sprouting there. I think this means that financially and materially right now, something new may be developing or beginning for you. I know you've been searching for, possibly a place to live. I think we've talked about that. This could indicate that you will be setting your roots down somewhere. This could also indicate just that whatever you're doing right now has the potential, or that you are planning, has the potential to grow into something positive.
Right. I love the analogy of the roots going down. I think Spirit is saying there is something coming to you that will grow. It's the idea of something material. So I don't think this is so much talking about your spiritual stuff going on. I think this is really what you've been waiting for, that everything is just going to kind of come to a sense of fruition. The idea that everything that you've been planning or waiting to grow or trying to help grow or concerned about its growth is going to come to you. Now, of course, Spirit may be saying, oh, it's not going to come right away, but you can rest assured it is coming.
Now, of course, Spirit is saying here, I almost feel like sometimes in the aces, it's somebody, presenting the what do I want to say, the object to you. But here, I almost feel this is depicting your hands, Lena, and you've already been handed this.
Yeah.
And it's now, how are you going to let it grow? It's up to you now to nurture it. Look at those gentle hands enveloping, surrounding it, giving it a fertile ground to grow. So it's up to you to manage, this seed wisely. And Spirit is saying we're entrusting this opportunity to you now.
So as you see this beginning to manifest in your life, whether it's physically or just, how you hear about it, grow or put your own love energy from your heart into it. Just feel that energy, encouraging it to grow whenever you realize it's there.
That's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that. And I guess we're on Mama T now, and then Violet Lotus, and then us.
Yeah.
We made it.
With moments to spare.
Well, we'll go into slight overtime.
Is it me first?
I think it's me first.
Go right ahead then.
I'm going to do it anyway.
All right.
All right. Now what? More coffee already?
That's why I have the coffee cup in my hands, right?
I'm teasing you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, if you say so. Well, it could be the worst thing possible.
Okay.
A bio break.
A bio break. No.
No, actually, I think
Oh.
Mr. O wanted to kind of take care of some of the little coffee dribbles. we don't want to talk about that, but there it is.
We will shuffle.
I clean up, okay?
Okay, this is for Mama T.
You're welcome, Lena.
Let's see what message we have for Mama T today.
Yes.
And you are welcome, Lena.
Spirit wants you to do a good job grocery shopping.
Oh, Mama T, that's right.
Because I know you said you were there. Pardon my silliness.
Ah. Well, look, it's another queen has made an appearance now. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. That is just such an awesome card. You know, I wanted to look at something here. A moment. Yes. Okay. So I probably have noticed this before, but I probably have not really drawn attention to it. But you know, there's all this flow of energy. We have noted that before. Surrounding, enveloping, and coming from below, going above. But there's that crown. Now that could indicate the crown chakra, of course, but that crown is way above her head there. Because this queen realizes that, you know, her authority comes from spirit. And spirit is the one who provides this queen with the intuition and with the knowledge, the inner knowledge that she uses to enrich others and nourish others. The queen is all about nourishing the spirit of others. She's very emotional and she's very empathic, so she feels what others feel, and she is very, very sympathetic to those who may need support.
Well, it seems to me that if the Queen of Cups represents maybe one of the deepest emotional connections we can have within ourselves, it's just sort of emblematic of that. And then the idea really that what's above is sort of separated, but just always accessible, that no matter how much you have to move into the totality of your feelings on the emotional plane and otherwise, the sense of spirit is so strong above you. Intuition, it's looking out for you, it's giving you guidance, and spirit is just telling you, don't worry about mistakes, because really you can't make them. Really, it's all what spirit wants you to experience.
Spirit may be telling you to connect with them right now, particularly, you know, because we all need to feel that connection in order to feel emotionally balanced. You know, we realize that sometimes life can, you know, these waters aren't always smooth. You know, there's rough waters that we face, and Spirit wants to remind you that during those times, you know, they're there for you like you are there for others around you. And that's, I think, what we have for you, Mama T.
I think so, too.
It's a great card.
It's groundedness, but it's also being aware of the hearts of others. And it's maybe also connecting to the ability to understand or see what are in those hearts.
You know, you clearly, you know, you need to care for yourself, but also care for others around you as well. Spirit acknowledges that, and you will keep moving in that direction. You know, the more you use your intuitive powers, the stronger they get.
Alrighty.
It is a truth.
So I noticed that Violet was talking with Saucy Marie, who may have decided to hang out or not. We'll just throw a card for Saucy Marie anyway, and then we'll move on to Violet.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yep.
Was it my shuffle? I'm doing it anyway. I think I said that last time, so that's why I'm wondering. But here.
I'm eating those candy hearts.
I have been too. Guilty as charged.
Well, I've just had my first two.
I probably have had 4. But who's counting?
Not us. All right. So, Saucy Marie, this, as Violet explained, is a one-card message from Divine.
Oh, that's fine, Violet Lotus. You did fine, actually. So
Yeah, you did fine.
she may not be here anymore, but whether she's here or not, this is a card for Saucy. We've got the Three of Wands for you. And the Three of Wands is a very interesting card. Spirit is saying, it's time to look forward now. It's time to look and make future plans for yourself, whether they are in the romance department or whether they are in other areas of your life. This is a time to, you are on solid ground right now here, it says, but maybe there's something else to look that you are looking forward to.
Spirit indeed says that you are looking towards something else. It could be a basic change. It could pertain to a relationship. But it is really time for you to also just really take stock of what you have, what your resources are now, because those resources, the Spirit believes, will support you as you seek changes or new adventures in your life.
Right, and the surfboard is interesting too, because of course the surfboard, you don't use a surfboard in calm water. I mean, you could paddle on one and you could keep going like that, but you ride the waves with that, Saucy. And so basically that's saying that, you are able to ride the waves, Spirit is saying, to whatever it is you wish to attract to yourself in your life.
And it's all about the energy because, of course, the wands are just flaming there too. So you have energy on the land where they're grounded, and then you see a little bit of the white caps out there in the sea to indicate that there's energy there too as well. So you can walk between worlds. You can walk between a physical world and maybe a more abstract world in that sense. I love the imagery too. I'm glad you guys pointed it out to me.
So that's what we have for you, Saucy. All right,
so now we're
on
to
Violet Lotus. Yay!
Your message.
I want to thank Violet Lotus again for a great job of keeping the chat together.
We couldn't do it without you. We don't know how we managed so long without you.
Absolutely. Did I shuffle again first?
You did. But, just like last time, it's okay.
I'm sorry. It's just a habit, I guess. Fire signs, number one.
Like a monkey on the back?
No, fire signs,
That's
number
a habit,
one.
right?
What monkey on the back? That doesn't sound
You said just a habit.
That doesn't sound very happy.
Maybe you're in Chinese astrology, you're the fire monkey.
No, I'm a rooster.
Okay.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cheers to Violet. I didn't know you were still hanging out here.
Yeah, D-Back, you've been quiet
You've
there.
been so quiet. Are you spying on us? It's all good. Okay, Violet.
But glad you're here. Glad everybody's still here. Who's here?
You guys all make our show, so we appreciate it.
Repeat for Violet Lotus.
Oh my. It's that Ace of Swords.
It's the Ace of Swords again, which really might be perfect for you right now, Violet. It's saying that, you are traveling a path inward, and going deeper and deeper every time. And there is true light for you on this journey. I think this is it's really interesting because the Ace of Swords is about beginnings. I feel you're further along this journey than a beginning, but you know what they say, this is a journey that has no beginning and never ending.
I like what you said a moment ago about this idea, like you've been on this before. It's not just beginning, it's sort of a continuum of sorts. Because when you pulled the card and started to show it, it said to me, penetrating light, because swords, of course, are about penetrations of different sorts, forward movement, penetrating light. And I'm thinking Spirit is also telling you, too, that maybe you will become aware of a more specific mission or task for yourself. I'm getting this intuitively, and it concerns the idea of penetrating light, that you are also really going to be involved in a mission to bring light, awareness, knowledge, enlightenment, whatever, to someone or something else. I almost feel this so strongly. I wonder, this idea of there's something there flitting in the darkness. I can't quite see it there.
Well, that's a bird there. There is a bird in the darkness there.
And I don't know what the bird symbolizes, but I think, to me, it's the idea that there's something you're bringing light to that maybe is in dark, something that you are needed to do and you will find out about. Maybe you already know about it, but it hasn't really gelled yet, or, you've been just holding it in a little bit.
Well, to me, it could be any number of things. The bird could signify spirit messages, but also, the birds, like in the Lenormand, are about communication. And so, again, I feel like this is you also communicating this knowledge, this wisdom that you are acquiring to others. This might be the beginning, this could be the beginning of a new phase in that regard for you. So that's what we have for you, Violet Lotus. That just seems very awesome. Yeah, birds are about freedom and liberation as well. You're absolutely right, Deepak. You are a free spirit, Violet Lotus.
Helping the lost souls.
Well, I am shuffling the cards right now for Mr. O. We always end with a happy card for ourselves.
And you're welcome, of course.
And we are at that point in the show
where now we get to rat out each other. Spirit says,
do the dishes. Do your laundry that's piling up. Oh, that would be for me.
Yeah, and I always do the dishes, so you don't have to tell me.
I do some. All right. Let's see what I have for Mr. O. I'm sure it'll be something up like lighten up on Mrs. O. No.
Thank you, Deepak.
Oh, Mr. O. You have the world.
We are the world.
Whenever I see this card, though, and I see that circle surrounding her, I think of the circle and the cycle of life. And, of course, the Fool is at the end, or how shall I say, or the end of his journey and on to the next. And so, you are about to step through that circle, Mr. O, and on to a new journey. Because something has completed in your life right now, and it is a period of transformation.
Obviously, it's so correct. I'm processing so much right now, and it's really fascinating. And I don't know at all yet where it's going to lead to, but I know it is leading somewhere.
Absolutely. And but also a reminder to, the circle of life,
Always keep one foot in the parallel world, because you never know when you might have to go back there. And I had a coworker tell me that a good 20-some years ago.
All right. What do you got for me, Mr. O?
All righty. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody. You're still watching, too? That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm very touched by all the support I've received with
Twitter, Facebook, everywhere.
With everything that I've been going
YouTube.
through for the last 2 weeks. It's really been wonderful. And I really feel like something big is still happening for me. Something really big. But let me focus on this one here, who helps make sure that I notice those things, because I don't always.
Well, it's certainly
if
hard
ever
when
somebody was ever said to be my better half, it is so you. It is so you.
Don't make me cry, Mr. O. This is happy hour.
All right, so what do we got for Banshee? What do we have for you that Spirit wants you to see or know? It's the Ten of Swords.
No! Well, okay, it's one of those cards. How are you going to spin it, Mr. O?
I think that Spirit says that no matter what you feel you've lost, it's there. It may now be in a spirit realm. It may now be higher for you, but it is accessible. It's there. And you still continue to move towards the light. And I don't think these represent personal hardships. I think Spirit is just saying there's been suitable, requisite loss in your life with others, but it's not really loss. It's theirs. This is Spirit saying the spirits of all that you touch are still with you. The spirits that you found to be important in your life, whether it was my mom or your mom, and I love some of the analogies you pointed out between our moms.
Well, you know what's interesting about this version of the card, Mr. Owen, why I could really resonate to this right now, is that, the Ten of Swords is really a ugly card generally. I mean, you're seeing somebody lying on the ground dead with 10 swords in their back, or seemingly dead. And it just seems like a lot of betrayal or backstabbing. And, I feel like this is me here. I really do. I feel like, circumstances in life have tried to knock me down, betrayals maybe, or just other things, betrayal of myself. I mean, cancer has tried to knock me down, but I stand tall despite that. I stand up, I rise, I look towards the light. I realize that, that with life's ups and downs, I can take it.
A lot of talk over in recent years about, liminal spaces where people find they are sort of in between the worlds, that there's something that they can touch that normally most people wouldn't be able to touch. And there was a traditional meaning of this card that you mentioned a moment ago, but I've often found that this deck we use has other things that really can key what we're feeling for Spirit. And so I want to draw your attention to the idea of their foot. Their foot is not clearly on the ground. It's sort of in mid-step. And I'm just going to say, to me, this represents the idea of that liminal space, that idea of a transition. He's okay.
I'll hold this. You watch him.
Hi, Sunman.
And you know what I would say, too, is that I look towards the light in the darkness. I mean, in darkness there may not seem to be light, but there you can find it there. You can actually find it there, and that's I think.
Yes, he's back.
The therapy cat must have known we were talking about difficult card. So that's it. And Sunny, you just made it for the end of the show. So, by the way, we do want to remind everybody, we do have 3 cats in this house, but you'll
never know it, though, with this one around.
See the one up here. So that's our happy hour for today. It's been a joy being with you all today and giving out some bright, sunny messages, and we will be here again hopefully same time next week.
It was wonderful to see everybody, especially Lisa. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, Lisa, thanks for coming. Good to have that we have reconnected again, so thanks for that. And everybody, thanks for some of the new people that came today, Rita. And we will see you all maybe tomorrow at our live stream.
And Spirit blesses everybody.
Take care, everybody. Have a happy rest of your day. Bye-bye.
I don't know where my outro button is. There it is.
Oh, no.
Bye, Jackie.
Take
Bye,
care,
Lisa.